All right, so this is your first time being in the POV cockpit of the Dark Horse on my channel, so hopefully you guys are excited to see this. When I tell you I'm in love with this car, you guys saw the Shelby, you guys know Apollo. I have driven some pretty cool and some pretty fun cars. I'm truly blessed to say that. And this car, I feel like every new Mustang always gets extremely amount of crap thrown at it. They call it parts car, they say it looks like a Camaro, they compare it to everything else under the sun. And you know, I usually just wait till it gets here, or I wait till I see it in person to give my honest opinion. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, you guys need to drive it. The driving part, the aspect of driving this car, everything about it, I truly love. The only thing I would ever change about this car is the key fob. I just wish it came with the Dark Horse face on it, if you really want me to be picky. Overall, I'm in love with everything. The modes, everything, the screens, like everything is so responsive. You can see the Mustang there. Go over to exhaust mode, and then we got auxiliary gauges. I showed you guys in a previous video. A little bit about this. We're gonna go full depth and dive deeper into the screens and stuff if you guys really wanna learn how to use it. But like, this is my favorite part. Like, when we take this to the track in Atlanta, this is gonna shine because I'm gonna have everything I need visually right in front of me. As you can see right here, I've had my gauge details. I got my head temp, engine oil temperature, axle oil temperature, engine pressure, engine oil pressure, inlet air temp, and then I have similar gauges right along over here. And also it's gonna show the G's, how hard of G's we can pull. So we're gonna leave it in this. We're gonna hit some nice back roads, and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit. We're not gonna go too crazy because we're still in the break-in period, 465 miles, but I wanna get the car just about to 500, a little over 500, and then I showed in the previous video, we got some new oil for this car. We got an oil filter. We gotta get this thing ready for the tour, and we'll be set to drive thousands of miles across the country, all the way to Nashville, all the way to Tail of the Dragon, road coursing in Atlanta. This car's about to get a full beat down, and I just can't wait. Let's start driving. All right, we're about to hit some nice little twisties. Mind you, I haven't really driven manual pretty much 2 years since I sold the car, and it just, once you get back in this, it makes it so much easier. Mind you, I'm not gonna push the car more than 50–60%, but if I wanted to, I can. Braking is amazing. And just like that, we're caught up to slow traffic. Got a little Genesis in front of us. You guys might be wondering, this car is a little louder than stock. That is because we are rocking Steedo's X-Pipe. We had the same one on my 10-speed, and this does give off a nice tone with the factory mufflers. I really can't complain, and I do want to keep the stock tips. The stock tips are really, really nice. They're nice black, like I think 4-inch tips, same as the GT500 almost. But I mean, you can't go wrong with this sound. It's like, it's almost like old school, but new school, and it's got a lot deeper and a throatier tone to it. But I mean, just pop it over in 4th gear, nice and easy. And one thing I do really have to say about this car, Ford nailed it on the head, is the steering wheel. Like, when you're just on back roads like this, it almost feels like I'm playing a video game. Perfect thumb holes right here. I mean, it just feels good. This is like the first Mustang I've ever got into, and I was like, I want to change this, I want to change this, because you guys know everyone with a manual usually goes right after the shifter, change the shifter right away, change the steering wheel. I changed the steering wheel on my GT also. So it's like one of those things, like, Ford really didn't go crazy with it. The only other one, I mean, I like the GT500 steering wheel. It's got the full Alcantara around. I've never been a huge fan of Alcantara. I've never truly liked it. I don't know, always makes my hands sweat. I think leather always lasts longer. It looks better, and it just holds up. So this is perfect for me. My alignment is a little off. I think it goes to the right just a smidge, but some people were complaining that the alignment is off on these cars, and some people did say the same thing about the GT350s, just because I guess doing the track alignment from the plant, it's not as accurate. And he's shooting the gap. Yep, I wish I had room to shoot the gap, and there's a car coming. The first things I did notice about this car was the inlet air temperature, and that's right at the bottom of the screen. So on the S650, if you guys are not too familiar with these cars, just to catch everyone up to speed, this car has dual intakes. And what does that mean? It has 2 throttle bodies that route out to 2 snouts. One is there and one is like right over there. So it's got air coming in from both sides, going straight into the intake manifold to keep the temperatures down. Look at the temperature, 73 degrees outside. Look at the inlet air temp, 73 degrees, and we're stuck behind a car tacking in at 2,500 RPMs, and the car's still pretty cool, which is crazy to me because all other cars, they usually be 10, 15, maybe 20, maybe even 30, 40 degrees warmer than the outside temperature. That's just because engine heat is heat soaking it, and there's just pulling all that heat from the engine bay in, but not with this car. This car does not do that, which is pretty awesome. Also, the GT500, like when I say 30, 40 degrees temperature is higher than the outside temperature, that's mainly on boosted applications. GT500 is like right around there. Watch. Third gear, out the clutch, dives. Like this car dives into the corners. I never thought, I always thought manual, like, cause you know, everyone always gives excuses when they lose a race, like, oh, I have a real man's transmission, I got a manual. Manual is fun. If you want consistency and you want to be fast all the time, and if you're like betting money on races, I say go automatic every day. But this has kind of opened my eyes up to manual a little more, and this is more of like a leisure. I think manual is just, I mean, you can beat it, but I mean, you know, I race my cars a lot, and doing the clutch and the transmission, I don't think it's gonna hold up as long. I'm gonna go to second gear. This person's taking their sweet time here, a little exhaust in second, but I don't think manual will hold up as long as a 10-speed. I got almost 20,000 miles on my 10-speed, and we've raced that car at least 500-600 times, like actual passes on no prep events, at the track, in Mexico, Tijuana, like all those places. Like we've made hard hits in the car and back-to-back hits, and 10 speed still going strong. But in that case, if you're doing that with a manual, you really don't know. It all comes down to the driver and how well you drive it and how well you take care of it. Because I've seen people with MT82s, granted this is a Tremec is stronger than MT82, but MT82s, I've seen people go into the 9s, very luck, like it's luck. It's like, I don't know. Some people I've seen have good luck with them, and then some people I've seen blow them up brand new stock. So I don't know. I can't really say they're good. I can't really say they're bad. So it's all preference at the end of the day. I don't know how well you guys can see the G-mometer, but we almost pulled 1 G making a left turn and almost 7 or 0.7 of a G in a right turn. So busted U-turn, going back now, and we can take some of these corners, usually leaving it in third gear. I did this road already. Third gear was perfect for this car, and we pulled that well of a G with absolutely no tire squeal or nothing, not even pushing this car. Like, look at this. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Like, this is where the car shines, and this is where it makes it fun. I just can't imagine Tail of the Dragon. Tail of the Dragon is gonna blow my mind. Like, that's gonna be the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. And we're doing an event, full event for that. If you guys wanna come cruise out with us at Tail of the Dragon, gonna have a lineup of Mustangs. All the dates will be in the description for the tour. I'm road tripping this car, like I said in the beginning of the video, practically halfway across the country, and I think it's gonna be a blast. I know it's gonna be a blast because I'm gonna meet a lot of you guys, and it's gonna be fun. Let's go down into second gear. Rolling the throttle. Toss her in fourth. Give her a nice little downshift into third. I mean, it's too good. It really is too good. If you plan going for an S650, I'm gonna say this, I did drive a S650 GT, and it did feel like the previous generation of the S550. The only thing I could tell about the difference between them was the 10-speed. The 10-speed was noticeably a lot better. A lot of people complained about the Recaros too, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna crush that. Like, everyone was saying, oh, they're really tight, don't get the Recaros. The Recaros in the, oh, did someone crash here? What happened? Yep, they crashed. Wow. That's why you gotta be careful, boys. He's probably drunk. That dude hit the pole. Wow. Hopefully he's alright. But like I was saying, with the Recaros in this car, they are not tight. Like, they are perfect. These are much better than the GT500's Recaros. Granted, I like both of them, but if I had to pick one or the other, I'm taking these on comfort, but I'm taking looks of the GT500 ones. But I do like the white, like I was saying on the GT500, that looks-wise is so much better than these, but the GT500s are a lot tighter, and they kind of hold you up more towards like the top of the rib cage, which is not very like a good feeling, like almost towards your lat. And yeah, kind of like, it just gets annoying. Like your back gets hot, especially. And for doing these cloth, they're super, super breathable. So you really don't get hot and uncomfortable being in the seat, which is a good thing. I was thinking we were gonna beat rush hour. It's 2:45. I was like, maybe we can get one good POV drive in on the back road. That ladybug's still holding on for dear life. Come on, little buddy, taking you home. But yeah, unfortunately, we got stuck in the rush hour traffic, but it's all good. Give you guys a first little POV drive. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said, we are hitting Tail of the Dragon with this car. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100K as fast as possible. I mean, we're gonna be dropping some awesome content. The whole week we're on the tour. It's like 10 days we're gonna be away. It's gonna be a lot of driving. And like I said, this car's only got 400 some miles on it. So by the time we're done, who knows how many miles we're gonna have on this car? 3,000, 5,000, 6,000? I don't know, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know where this trip's gonna take us. It's gonna be an insane road trip, but getting the car ready. It needs this drive. It needs the braking period. And we gotta get it done before we actually hop on the road and start beating it and get to the track and start racing it. Plus, I wanted to get to at least like 700-800 miles before I leave Maryland, because once we get to North Carolina, this car will be going on the dyno for the first time ever, and you guys will be seeing how much power it makes. And you guys know, I think the limiter, like I said, was 1,000 for the mileage, and then they'll give it all the timing, but we're obviously gonna see on the dyno. Boys, so we got Ollie. I flew him in from Orlando because we had to take some pictures of the Dark Horse, and this is his actual first time going for around the Dark Horse. He wasn't a crazy big fan like everyone else. He thought the refresh was like, thought it was just like a generic S550. I showed him what this car can do on the back roads. We didn't really film too much of that because we kind of took it to the extreme. We're just gonna put it like that. But Ollie is falling in love with the Dark Horse. I'm convincing him to get one. I'm trying to convince him. I gotta convince all of you guys to actually get one. This is so far, like I said, the best Mustang I've ever driven in my entire life. He immediately said it feels just like the GT500. Ollie, let him know how you feel about it.
It feels just like the GT500. It's just basically NA. Like,
that's really all.
That's literally the only difference. The way it takes the turns, the way it feels on the road, it feels exactly the same. And I drove Jake's GT500, and it literally feels the same except just less power. That's all it is. But the driving wise, the feel, the road presence, like the way it takes turns, it just literally feels just like the GT500 does, which is crazy for me to think that like this type of car would just feel that way. Like, I know you guys can't feel this right now, but it feels crazy. Yeah, it feels good. It's good.
Too fast to show on camera.
Yeah, honestly, the camera doesn't do it any justice.
It will never do justice. And I was saying, like, the whole refresh of the inside, I'm gonna pull over and let Ollie drive it in a few, but like, it's totally different. Like, it just feels so much better. Everyone was hating on it, and I I can see the, I don't know, I don't understand why people just hate on something immediately right away. I don't have a hateful bone in my body unless you do me dirty, but I just like it. It's perfect. Like, I was telling Ollie, like, this is my favorite Mustang now. Like, I love Apollo, I love Zeus. You can't take nothing away from those cars. They're still badass cars. Love the S197s, love the S550s. But, like, Ford actually hit it out of the ballpark with this, and I'm just saying that because it's true. Like, I'm speaking facts. Like, I told you guys from the beginning, when I do this, I'm giving you honest opinion only, because I didn't have true intentions of keeping this car, and everyone knew that. Like, I was gonna get in and see how I liked it, because I told you guys from the beginning, like, if I don't like this car, I could sell it and still make money on it if I really, really didn't like it. Now, even to top it off, Ford just shut down the plant. So supply, demand, if you guys get the gist of it, you guys can learn that. It'll take you pretty far places in life, and now we're stuck behind a freaking big ass tractor.
Goddamn.
That is a big unit right there. No, but seriously though, like, now that the plant's shut down, so technically I can make money on this car even more than I would actually before, because whoever wants one of these is not going to get one anytime soon now. You're not getting one. Like, the plant shut down. Derek's order is like long gone. Like, his has stopped production, and he ordered his like a couple weeks after mine, and his was a base. His didn't even have many options, just for that sole purpose of trying to get it quick. But yeah, supply and demand. I guarantee you, once the shutdown is on for maybe 2 months or ever how long they go on strike for, these cars will be selling for a whole lot more. And that's a badass looking Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a 69?
I think so. Someone know what that is? Drop a comment.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's clean as...
I still hate Chevy though.
Yeah. If you're a Chevy guy, I can't say what you are, but you know what you are.
Everybody waiting for the come up. I ain't sure one thing. Yeah. I'ma keep on my roadie and my chain. Yeah, down in my life when I dropped out of class and I fuck you to college, they scamming your ass and you don't even know what the fuck you there for. Government made you the puppet, you know. Ain't nobody gonna tell you, but the only ones that stay on woke. Yeah, please wear your mask, they gon' save you. Stupid motherfucker, that's a joke. Yeah, once he starts calling, the calling won't stop. To my Lord Jesus Christ, we ain't praying enough. And I told him I'm sorry, please give me a chance. Take me to heaven, it's time to advance. Yeah, granted all the wishes for the haters that be dissing for the ones that go miss a lot. Yeah, ain't no way I'm missing like an eagle with a vision, and I'm going through the inside like damn. They don't even know me, but they wanna call me homie, cause I'm getting all the answers to the game.